Hello everyone, GenmaTheSamurai here, and welcome to the finale of Metroid Prime. Alright guys, so last time we were exploring around the Talon overworld, and this part we're gonna be heading to the Impact Crater and finally finishing things once and for all. So, I guess to finally explain things a little bit, because I did want to let you guys read the scan logs and kind of figure things out for yourselves a bit, and I'll just kind of give you guys an abridged version just to add some context as to what is happening. Basically, a very long time ago, a meteor, this meteor in fact, actually crash landed on this planet from outer space, and it caused this substance called phazon to basically leak out onto the planet itself, and it has caused creatures to mutate and all these horrible things to happen. The space pirates came here, saw this mutagen had a bunch of these properties to further enhance their creatures, so they were using it. And also, in this version of the game, the space pirates discovered a creature called the Metroid Prime, which had buried, which, like, I don't know, they found it and they kept feeding it phazon, and it was also, like, absorbing, like, weapon machinery and stuff into itself and escaped into the meteor. And the only way to get inside the meteor, normally, is to have the artifacts and use them here. So that's what we're going to do. I will also say really quick though that in the Wii version, the space pirates never actually discovered the Metroid Prime. They realized there was something inside of this meteor that they couldn't tell what it was because they couldn't gain access to it without the artifacts. Either way though, here we are, and we're gonna see what happens. Hey buddy, long time no see. Ah, you jerk. Alright guys, well, you can't have a Metroid game without a Ridley fight, it seems. So here we are with Meta Ridley. I'm gonna read his scan log real quick. He is a genetically enhanced Ridley metaform. Reborn and evolved through pirate technology, Meta Ridley is a fearsome enforcer. Its armored hide is extremely resilient, save for the chest, which has thinner plating. Pirates have fused a number of potent weapons to the creature, including a multi-missile system, a kinetic breath weapon, a Mason bomb launcher, and an ultra-thermal flame strike projector. Meta Ridley is also a formidable melee combatant, making any sort of engagement a risky proposition. Yep. Hey Ridley, how you doing, buddy? So, here's the thing. This fight is not hard, but it goes on for a very long time. Hopefully it won't take too long. Either way, let's keep shooting him, see what we can do. I know I ended up having to make the final fight and Ridley be... I think I made them 2 parts in the original, but I'm gonna try and keep them all 1 part in this one. So, alright. In my original Let's Play, I mean. Okay, so he's gonna be flying around. Okay, I see you there, buddy. Also, hey Sam, you're just kind of wrapping around my leg a bit. Okay, anyway, oh boy, ow, frick. Alright, what the heck is going on? Hey Riddles, how you doing, buddy? Alright, I'm just gonna keep shooting you. Okay, and he's gonna fly around again, god dang it. So, one thing I don't like about this fight is this fight isn't, like, hard, it's just a lot of waiting. There's so much god dang waiting. Anyway, I just referenced Ego Raptor. Alright, anyway, let's move on. What are you doing there, Riddles? Oh, please don't. Okay, well, he still hit me anyway. So, one thing that you will definitely notice is Ridley's going to be destroying a lot of these pillars in this fight. Oh, ow. Frick. Alright. This fight is also a little bit easier in the Wii version, in my opinion, because he has a pretty consistent weak spot, but the place that the camera chooses to lock onto isn't so consistent. And there's like things that you can do if you do manage to, like, you know, actually aim a shot in like his mouth and stuff. But I don't know. It's safer to do this. Okay, well, I think I landed a hit on his face. Alright, well, let's keep this going. Alright. Come on, and he's gonna fly around again. Man, would be great if I could use these frickin' missiles. I don't know. Just go after him. Oh my gosh, is it actually gonna... It's still going. Okay, well. So much for that. Alright. Oh frick, I did not mean to press that. Okay. Ah. Well, I managed to get a lot of missiles off. See all of them flying after him? When do they go away, though, is my question. Because I'm sure they go away eventually. Yeah, about right there. Okay. God dang. I hate that this fight is pretty much just waiting. I really do. Alright. Alright. What are you gonna do, buddy? Alright. Well, he's gone. What you doing now? Okay. Okay. Come on. Alright. I'm glad I learned that technique, though. It's gonna make this a lot easier on me. Frick that. Ugh. God, this sucks. Okay. Well, some air conditioning just started. Hopefully you guys don't hear that too much. Okay. Whew. I'm really glad I learned that technique, though. I've actually found a pretty consistently good way of dodging his frickin' bullets. Okay. I'll get hit, but it's worth it. Alright. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on. Keep doing it. See what it gets ya. Alright. Dude, this is like actually really killer on my thumbs. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love it. I wonder if that works in Trilogy. I kind of doubt it. I have a feeling they would nerf that to heck and back. Okay. I feel I should just do that at that point. Alright, yep, let's do that. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing about that. If you time it right, you could shoot in his mouth and stun him, but it's a really small window. Okay. Let's keep doing that. It's gonna whittle down his HP eventually. Okay. Come on. Alright, let's just keep that up. This is gonna be the fight until he starts speeding up. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Alright, let's go. Let's keep it up. I think I figured out the timing. Alright, let's keep it up. Come on. Okay, almost had it. Alright. Okay. Come on. Alright. Alright, so now he's gonna be really aggressive. Come on, come on. Okay. Oof. Alright. Come on. Okay. There we go. Oh, hi, Betty. How you doing? Okay. Come on. You gotta keep shooting him. Gotta shoot. Yeah, so that's the thing. This guy is not horribly difficult if you know what to do. The thing is with this Ridley fight is that it's probably one of the harder fights in the game. He does a lot of damage if you go about the pattern wrong, but that's the thing. He's incredibly repetitive. He keeps doing the same thing over and over again. Ugh. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. Come on. Okay. Oh, keep shooting that thing. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, so I gotta deal with this guy. Come on. Come on. Okay, 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 okay. So I gotta do that. Gotta do that. Alright. Go on. Doing this thing. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, gotta keep shooting that guy. Gotta keep doing it. Come on. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's jump up here. And... alright, anyway, let's keep doing this. And... he's almost down. Come on. Like one hit away. Yes! Well, bye, riddles. Alright guys, well, 1 second. Alright, sorry about that guys, but anyways, now that Ridley is defeated, we can finally go here and make our way into the final area, so let's go. Oh man. Impact Crater. Alright guys, so this is a pretty weird looking area, I'll be honest. I'm gonna go over here and make sure that we restore our HP really quick. I'm not going to save. We're gonna continue onward. So yeah, one thing about this area is that there's a lot of these like things jolting about that almost look like teeth. It's pretty weird. I'm gonna scan one of these. These are Lumi, frickin', those are Lumigex. Frick. So one thing about this place is that it has red phazon. If you guys don't know what red phazon is, I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. Red phazon is basically a much more dangerous variety of phazon that I am not resistant to. So yeah, either way, that we're gonna go up here and make our way across. So this is what I meant by there's like stuff that looks like teeth. And in particular, I notice a lot of these platforms have like 4 teeth prongs that actually remind me a lot of Metroids. Oh yeah, I gotta scan one of these things. So this is a Fission Metroid. This is the one that I was talking about. So I don't like these things. These things suck. Frick off. Uh-oh. Okay. 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 Alright. So I'm gonna just show you guys why these things suck right now, okay? And boom, there you go. So when you damage these things enough, they become multiple Metroids. So yeah, I hate these things. And what's even worse is that they are color-coded, and what that means is you gotta attack them with the correct beam, or alternatively, you could use a power bomb. Honestly, I suggest just using power bombs. It's much faster, especially if at this point you're like me, and have collected a ton of items, and you're not really going to be using power bombs much in like the final fight, so you might as well do them now just to make your life easier. Yeah, I do like this area though. Like, I feel there's a lot of points where these games, this game specifically kind of calls back to Super Metroid a lot, but they decided not to basically make like an HD Torian, which in a way it kind of is, but it isn't. If you guys don't know what I mean by that, Torian is the final level of Super Metroid and Metroid 1, so yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of cool that they didn't quite make it like that. And Metroid 2 even kind of has an area that's basically like Torian as well. But either way, that thing's ominous, and yeah, let's go in here. Yep. So, believe it or not, guys, that is the Metroid Prime. That is our final boss. So let's go. Oh man, this is a cool fight. It's not horribly difficult, but it is kind of cool chasing after this thing floor to floor. So this is the Metroid Prime, highly evolved phazon-producing life form. The aberration known as Metroid Prime is the source of phazon, making it immensely powerful. A genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons for brief periods. Only its head is truly vulnerable. Other attacks are a nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. These include ultra-frigid breath, multi-missiles, snare beams, and particle wave projectors. Its massive strength and barbed carapace make it lethal in melee combat. Recommend maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. Yep. So, one thing that I actually don't like that they took out lore-wise from the original is I kind of liked the idea of the space pirates finding this and discovering that it had the ability to, I don't know, integrate weapon systems and stuff. I feel that explained a lot of things. You'll kind of understand what I mean later. I thought that was really cool, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess I kind of know why they changed it, and it has somewhat to do with Prime 3 and whatnot, but I don't know. I feel like it still could have been made to work, and I could make an argument for that later on. But either way, so yeah, the main gimmick of this boss fight is pretty straightforward. It switches colors, and you want to use the corresponding beam against it. Yeah, and just rinse repeat that. It's not really very complicated. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Alright. Alright, let's keep firing at him. Alright, so that should do it. So, one thing about this guy is, at this point, he's going to start leaping to the other side of the room. And so you want to make sure to roll into those ruts in your morph ball form. One thing about this guy is that, he shoots missiles, kind of like you just saw. And some of those missiles, depending on the form, will actually release a poisonous gas, so you want to try and keep away from that, or else you'll take damage. This guy is pretty difficult. Not really, actually. I don't think a lot of bosses in Prime 1 are actually all that difficult, if I had to be honest. I think bosses are one of the weaker areas of this game. It is fun exploring and stuff, but yeah. More on that later, but I feel like Prime 2 is where they kind of hit their stride with designing boss fights, because yeah, Prime 1 is, like I said, I don't think it's very strong on that department. Anyway, I may have to pause at some point, because I do feel my nose kind of starting to do a thing. Let's do this, keep firing at this guy. Okay. So, yeah. As you can see, though, his HP is dropping pretty slowly. I did use the Wave Buster, but I don't think I will again, just because it drains the HP, way too slow for the amount of missiles it burns, and I really need those missiles. The other beam combo attacks are much more worth using, so yeah, I think I know what I need to do for this. Okay, so this attack sucks. Okay. Alright. So yeah, what you gotta do with that attack is go into Morph Ball and then boost out of it. Okay. Frick. Really? Alright. Come on. Alright. So that did a decent amount of damage anyway. Okay. Nope, won't do anything. Alright. Well, that was a waste of missiles. Boom. Alright. So we just gotta keep that up. It's a pretty straightforward fight. He will start basically dropping these special things that I can then attack and get missiles back. Yeah, those. Okay. Thanks for bringing it up right on time. Okay. So here's the other thing, is that these projectiles are also based off which form he's in. And, okay. So this is the form where it releases poisonous gas. Noted. Alright. So, let me shoot that. Collect those missiles. Alright. Oh, frick. Alright. So that will do it in terms of damaging that guy. Okay. Oh, frick! Frick! Oh, okay. Alright. I don't think I've ever gotten frozen in Morph Ball before. Alright. So, let's go and do that. Okay. Boom. So that's one thing that's nice about the fire form, though, is that on top of the beam already doing a good amount of damage, it will also drain his HP pretty quick. I think the flaw of designing a boss like this, in my opinion, is when each of these weapons have different damage outputs. Like, if they could code in, like, an exception thing, where, like, okay, so against this boss, this weapon will do more damage, so that way it incentivizes... I don't know. Because I feel like the beam switching would be fine if, like, I consistently kept dealing the same amount of damage the whole time, but that's just not the case. I guess it does balance out, though, if you're factoring in, like, beam combos and stuff like that. Unless we're talking the wave beam, in which case, again, I think it got busted in buffed in Trilogy. So, I don't know, though. I'll have to see. If you guys were commenting that, by the way, I apologize. I've been kind of bulk recording the last 3 parts or so. So I haven't really been able to see any of your guys' comments if you guys were making any. One thing about that laser beam that you want to watch out for, of course, is it will actually, like, you know, distort your visor in the same way, like if you got attacked by one of those electric dudes. Okay. But yeah, the thing is about this cinematic, it's cool for, like, the first few times, and then it just kind of keeps happening. I guess it does add a literal sense of progression to the fight, though, because we are getting farther and farther into the caves. Okay, so we're into the, like, point where this guy isn't playing around anymore. Frick off. Okay. Alright. I don't like it when he does that. It's like, I'm just gonna switch like 5 times in a row and you won't be able to keep up with that. Okay. Okay, what are you gonna do now, buddy? Is that it? Come on. I know you can do more. Okay. Oh, you're switching to that. I see. Okay. I'm gonna take out your friends real quick. Alright. So, I don't think he's at his full progression yet. I think it's the next one. Okay. Okay, nope, I think he is. Yep, he'll just start doing that now. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. Keep firing at you until you change forms again. Okay. Need to watch out for that attack. Gosh. Come on. Oh, let's keep attacking. At the very least, I can say this about the wave beam is that it does home right in at the target. So, it gives me a lot of room for, like, error, unlike the other beams. So I can certainly say that much, at the very least. Alright. But really, the other ones I get to use the super missiles and junk, so I don't know, it kind of balances out because the super missiles also home in. Same with the ice one, the icebreaker. Okay, you want that? Frick off. Ugh. Alright, what are you gonna do, buddy? What are you gonna do? Alright. Dig it. Oh, what? Oh, ah, frick. Okay, well that hit me. Yeah, this guy really isn't doing that much. Oh, you're being that guy now, huh? Alright. Okay, you want 2 of it. That's fine. Take that. Well, that went well, actually. That went really well. Okay, well, let's get moving then. Come on. This theme is sick! Anyway, here we are, guys. The final boss, Metroid Prime, the core essence of Metroid Prime. Scans indicate that the Phazon energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from a Phazon-fused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of Phazon when it attacks. Use these to fuel your suit's Phazon weapon system. The entity can also spawn Metroids to assist in battle, rendering itself invisible when it does so. 100% logbook scans. We are all good. Okay, let's go. Woo! Alright. So yeah, Metroid Prime is pretty frickin' easy for this fight. It's a lot of waiting. This is your usual, like, I would call this, like, cinematic boss fight that a lot of Metroid games kind of have, where it's like, they give you something really overpowered to use against the final boss. Super Metroid started that, and this one's going to keep on that. So let's switch to a different visor, and yeah. So this guy does change fields of vision, so that's something to keep your eyes on. Anyways, so what happens is every single time he changes visual states, he'll leave a pool of Phazon, and you want to stand in it, and it'll power up your gun. So then you use it to attack the thing, and rinse repeat. That's the whole fight. I'm going to be keeping the ice beam on for most of this fight as well. You guys will kind of understand in a bit. In the meantime, yeah. This guy is tough. And boom. Okay. Now, if there's one thing that, like, I could absolutely critique the Prime series for, in terms of continuity, is that, a lot of the time, and it's pretty established even within the 2D games a lot of the time, that, SR388 is supposed to be the only homeworld of the Metroids, and we see Metroids on a ton of planets, so either A, the frickin' space pirates are taking these things around like drugs, or B, I don't know, there's Metroids that exist on multiple planets, so it's not really unique. I don't know. It's something, I guess. Anyways, hey buddy, how you doing? Okay, just have this here. Okay. Boom. So now you guys get to see what it looks like. Looks pretty cool. And there we go. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. So yeah, this fight, like I said, it's pretty easy. It is a lot of waiting. Like, not just a little bit of waiting, it is a lot of waiting. Let's keep attacking you. I don't know. Not much point to doing this, but frick it. Blech. Alright, so now I have the ice beam out. Alright, ooh. Got some power bombs. Alright, let's jump there. Okay. And attack. Pretty darn straightforward. So what you gonna do now, buddy? Yeah, nothing. That's what I thought. Anyways. I don't know. I mean, this fight holds up in the sense of, like, it feels good to land that attack in on the boss to an extent. Actually, I think it would have been cooler if you had to, like... I know some people would hate this, but I think it would be cooler if you had to, like, mash the button to do it. So, like, it just really would drive in, like, the guttural, like, oh, you're just beating its face in with this beam. I don't know, I think that would be cool. What do I know? I suppose a challenge I could hypothetically do is I feel, just, like, step in the pool and try and figure out where he is and just shoot at it from, like, the normal visor. I don't know if it would let me do that, though. I would have to probably try it. But I'm not going to do that on this part because I don't want it to go on forever. But, okay. Alright, so you're switching to normal vision. Alright. So he does it in a very specific pattern. He does, X-ray, thermal, normal. X-ray, thermal, normal. So, just keep that up. You got it. That's about all there is to it. I think this fight would even... Yeah, that's another thing, actually. If they really wanted to, like, make this whole thing about switching visors, you could have made it, like, random. So, like, you never know which one he's going to do next. So then you kind of have to, like, guess. But the fact that it has a very specific pattern kind of makes this already very repetitive boss fight even more repetitive. There is a sense of progression to it. You guys will see in a bit. But, yeah. Let's go here. Alright. Boop. Boop. Alright. Ow. Stab. Alright, let's go. Hyper mode. I like that it's called that, though. It's like a reference to the hyper beam that Samus gets at the end of Super Metroid. Alright, let's go there. Alright. Come on, Metroid Prime. Show me what you got. Alright. My other complaint about this, though, is I feel like the Metroid Prime itself doesn't have the same presence that, like, Mother Brain does in, like, the 2D games, for example. Like, something about this fight I feel like could have been done, or could have been introduced much earlier or something. Because as is, like, I don't know, something about it that feels like, oh, okay, you're fighting this weird creature thing now. It looks kind of cool, but I guess my issue with it is that, like, Mother Brain is, like, a character, and Metroid Prime, at least as it stands, doesn't really have a motivation. Like, it doesn't lead anything, it just kind of sits around and eats Phazon all day. It is the course, or it is, like, the thing that is keeping the meteor alive, and that'll be, I'll have more details about that later, but, it is weird to me anyway, but I don't know, what do I know? Okay, so let's shoot you guys. Oh, you guys are Fishins, that's right. Okay, hello buddy, ow. Okay. Let's attack it. Yes, done. Haha. Crater collapse imminent. Evacuate immediately. Escape sequence? Just kidding. We're already out. Man, the years have not been well to your face there, Samus. And with that, guys, that was Metroid Prime. Alright, so this is one of my favorite games ever. I've said it many times. Yeah, I'm sure you guys saw me. I just was pretty on autopilot for most of this. I knew how to get through the game fairly well. It was kind of only towards the end where it's like, okay, what items did I miss and all that kind of stuff. Actually, if I just remembered to collect those 2 items, I would have had everything. So, and I could have gotten them right then and there. I had the perfect run. But either way, yeah, this game is great. I love it. I don't know. I got all the scans too, which is the first time I've done that in a little while. Yeah, so I guess my exact thoughts on it. I think that there are specific elements that the other Metroid Prime games did better. This game doesn't really have much of a story. It feels very much like Super Metroid in 3D, so if there's things you didn't like about Super Metroid, they probably directly transfer onto this game to an extent if we're talking about structure. I think one thing about this game that I really like is just the atmosphere, how much you feel like you're in the world, and in a weird way, even though it doesn't have a lot of story, I actually kind of like that because it makes it very replayable. I don't have to like skip a bajillion cutscenes. I can just kind of play the game, and there's a lot of freedom. It gives you a lot of freedom in terms of how you want to go about collecting all the items. In fact, I think this game is like way more fun to 100% than it is to not 100%, because then you kind of have to like figure out like, okay, what items do I want to collect, and it increases your overall playtime. I don't know. I think it's cool. Now, in terms of problems, I think the ending, in my opinion, and I've felt this for a while, feels kind of anticlimactic, especially after I've played Metroid games that have done it better at the end. It still doesn't change the fact that I do enjoy the overall journey to get there. I just feel the Metroid Prime itself is kind of like, here's the final boss. It's like, okay. That's how I feel about it. But I don't know. Like, it is hinted up too a little bit, but I feel like most of it talking about the meteor and all this other stuff at the end of the day does feel almost a little superfluous. Like, it's a cool idea for the setup for the game, but most of that is actually expanded upon in, believe it or not, the sequels, and we'll learn a little more about that whenever we get into that. But gosh, it's such a freaking good game. Music was fan-freaking-tastic. I don't know. Retro Studios, you guys did a fantastic job. I hope that we get an HD trilogy of the Prime series at some point in the future. I would love to do that on the channel, just to, you know, see how it controls and all that kind of stuff. At some point, I'll have a bonus. I have one bonus part in mind that I do want to record, and I have another bonus part that I want to do eventually, but I don't think I can do it right away, where I want to record from the trilogy version, show that off. Either way, here is one of the secret endings, guys. So that is what you get for 80%, and this is what you get for 100%. Well, after this. Percentage complete, total playtime 6 hours, 47 minutes. Yes! Alright. I'm happy with that. It's like 27 minutes faster than my other time, but I also did scans. Or not faster, slower. Well, ain't that ominous. Well, either way, I will see you guys in my next Metroid Prime Let's Play, which is actually going to be Metroid Prime Hunters. I hope you guys enjoy that. It's going to be interesting, and I'm going to be joined by a good friend of mine who really likes the game, and I felt if I was going to do a playthrough, I would do it with him. So I hope you guys enjoy that when it comes, and at some point I'm going to do Prime 2, but I make no promises of when. But either way, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough, and leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on the game? Are you excited for more Metroid Prime games? Let me know. Are you excited for Prime 4? What do you hope for Prime 4? All of that stuff. Either way, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!